Donnie Moore takes over on the mound for Atlanta as we go to the ninth inning. It is 5-1 Braves. We are still trying to find out for you if anyone other than the pitcher Craig Lefferts and the third acting manager of the day, Jack Kroll, were ejected, or if any Braves players were, because in a melee like that one, you'll sometimes have players from both sides thrown out.
We can pretty well guess this, I would suppose, that Bobby Brown is either ejected or hurt
right
in that melee. We can't be sure of even that, but he vanished from the scene. Donnie Moore is in to pitch for Atlanta.
You saw the numbers on Donnie Moore. He does not qualify for a save in this situation because of the 4-run lead Atlanta has. His 35th relief appearance of the season. Perez worked 8 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 run. He recorded 1 strikeout, walked 1 batter, and hit 1 batter, which led off this game and caused a very interesting afternoon. Nettles has accounted for San Diego's only run.
For San Diego, Bobby Brown and Champ Summers. For Atlanta, Rick Mailer, Steve Petrosian, and Gerald Perry.
Okay, we've got the word now on the players who... And that pitch hits Greg Nettles, and he's going after Donnie Moore. Here we go again. Nettles in the middle, Moore backing out. The benches are emptying again. My, oh my, oh my. The Goose is involved. I have never seen a ball game where so many separate incidents have occurred.
Now here come the guys who were thrown out earlier for the Padres coming back out.
Here's who was thrown out during the last melee, along with pitcher Craig Lefferts and acting manager Jack Kroll. From San Diego, Bobby Brown was thrown out. Goose Gossage going after Donnie Moore. They're heading toward the Braves dugout again. Here goes Greg Nettles after Moore, and he was really tackled in front of that Braves dugout. The last time these two teams had the benches empty, Lefferts was ejected. So was Jack Kroll. Bobby Brown was ejected from the game for the Padres. Champ Summers was ejected from the game. And 3 members of the Atlanta Braves, Rick Mailer, Steve Bedrosian, and Gerald Perry, were all thrown out. Nettles at the bottom of all that. Joe Torre pulling Alan Wiggins away. Steve Bedrosian, who's been thrown out of the game, is out in the field. And we got another one breaking out. Another one is breaking out. Gene Garber pulling Tim Flannery away from somebody. Yet another fight is broken out in front of the dugout. A couple of the Braves players who have been ejected, Rick Mailer and Steve Bedrosian, are both out in the field. So is Gerald Perry. That could get them in some more trouble. Joe Torre is down on the ground with somebody. You saw Rick Mailer a moment ago. Bedrosian and Perry are both also out there. They've all been thrown out of the game. Eddie Haas walking Gerald Perry back to the dugout now, trying to get him off the field, because you've got suspension possibilities now. When players have been ejected from the game and they come back out in the field, they face possible suspensions.
I think all the players ejected came back out. I can't be sure, but I really think they did. Now there's some trouble in the Padre dugout, and I don't know what all that is about. For there are no Braves personnel over there, but it looks like the Padre trainer.
He's trying to hold back somebody because of something a couple of fans said to him.
Well, the security guys have done a pretty good job now. They've perched everywhere, keeping the fans back.
That looks like Craig Lefferts in the Padre dugout without the shirt. Now, he's supposed to be in the clubhouse when you're ejected from the game. He's come back out. This almost makes that Cubs-Mets series look like the Little League.
Now Moore will be thrown out, I assume, and Torrey will be thrown out. And in a 5-1 game, you put the leadoff man on first base is the other thing you've done in the 9th inning.
That's Ed Whitson. He was the first guy to go during all this, way back in the 4th inning. A fan has just thrown something into the Padre dugout. That's got their players upset again. The security guards are going after someone.
You know, you're almost to the point, if you're an umpire, that if you could, you'd suspend this and just say, hey, that's enough. Let's finish it some other time. You'd hate to do that, but how much?
Boy, Ed Whitson is furious. He is furious. One of the clubhouse attendants for the Padres trying to cool down the fans. Whitson was ejected from the game back in the 4th inning. Look at those eyes.
This keeps on. It's a matter of time before either a coach or somebody has a heart attack or somebody gets seriously hurt. You just wonder what they think about.
I'll tell you what, Greg Nettles is fortunate he didn't get hurt.
Oh, I don't know who leveled him with a flying tackle, but they really nailed it.
Let's watch it again. Right in on the hip, and that's a pitch that's impossible to get out of the way of. And we've got more trouble breaking out. The Padres and some fans are getting into it over by the Padre dugout. The umpires and the security guards head over that way to try to fend off any problems over there.
Now a fan is trying to steal a batting helmet, and he's going to get leveled.
Jerry Royster just tackled a fan over by third base. Padres are coming out again. A fan tried to come down on the field and run off with a batting helmet. Ed Whitson trying to get back out on the field. Norm Sherry, Harry Dunlap restraining him. Yet another fan being walked off the field by security. And some more men in blue coming down onto the field.
That's not a bad idea.
And I'll tell you where they're going to need security too is to get the Padres out of this ballpark to the airport.
What a fiasco. What a sad.
That's the sad part. You can understand the players being upset, although this many times you have to question it. But why in the world would any fan run down on that field and try to get involved in something like that?
Well, I don't know if this fan wanted to be involved or just wanted a souvenir. Well, he thought everybody else's attention was diverted. He headed for a batting helmet, and that turned out to be a big mistake.
What the Padres want, they want certain fans removed. They're trying to point out who the offenders were. It looked like they were throwing beer or soft drinks down at the Padres. I'll tell you what, regardless of how this one ends, when these two teams get together next in San Diego on September 21st, better be ready for anything.
You know, we say you can't beat fun at the old ballpark. Well, you can have a lot more fun other places than we've had here today. I mean, I guess part of it's part of baseball, but now you're really worried about people's safety. For what? It's a game. Everybody's getting paid a lot of money.
And perhaps the toughest job this afternoon has belonged to these 4 umpires who went through all this, as we've mentioned several times, up at Wrigley Field during the Mets-Cubs series. And now, combined with the Braves security forces, are trying to keep order in this ballpark, not only on the field, but in the stands.
Director of Security Joe Shirley is out on the field now, talking things over with the umpire. I think his crew has done a very, very good job under the circumstances. They've stationed guys on both dugouts and kept them there, trying to keep the fans back. And what they have done by doing that, some guys have gotten beer on their uniforms. I don't think that's really a big deal, though it would make you angry, but it has kept fans out of that Padre dugout where they could be badly hurt, and it's kept Padres out of the stands where they could be badly hurt.
I've got to believe that through all this, the umpires are going to have some more players to announce who are through for the afternoon. Again, to give you the players from the last melee, not from this one, but from the last one, who were ejected from the game. Besides the pitcher, Craig Lefferts, and the acting manager, Jack Kroll, Bobby Brown and Champ Summers of the Padres were thrown out. Rick Mailer, Steve Bedrosian, and Gerald Perry of the Braves were thrown out.
I wonder how Perry got thrown out and Flannery didn't. I guess probably it was the two of them that were going head-to-head, and I guess the answer to that question is, how can four guys trying to break up 8 fights make sure who did what to who? They can't, so they do the best they can.
The San Diego Padres have left their dugout. The entire team of the San Diego Padres has left the dugout. Gene Garber has come to the mound. All of the Padres have gone back to their clubhouse. Well, now we see a couple of them coming back out. That may be on orders from the umpires. Perhaps the umpires have ordered the Padres, everybody back to the clubhouse unless you're due to hit. That could very well be the situation. Gene Garber is the new pitcher, so we know Donnie Moore is out of the game, as is Joe Torre. In a situation like this, the manager automatically goes when a pitcher does. So the only batter that Donnie Moore faced, he hit. I've got to believe that the umpires, and perhaps the security guards too, perhaps it was their idea to clear the San Diego bench and have only those players who may be coming to bat here in the 9th inning come out, although we see a few more Padre uniforms down there now. Joe Shirley, the director of security for the Braves, is going to have a chat with John McSherry, the chief umpire, in this crew.
Well, Terry Kennedy is on deck as Garber takes his warm-up tosses, and he'll get as much time as he needs. And the Braves may start their bullpen yet again. Just in case he doesn't have it, they're all maybe they're being called in from the bullpen and forced into the clubhouse. I think that is the case. Yeah, here comes Brizolera and Louis Gomez and Pete Falcone and Joe Pignatano all being called in, except Pignatano is heading toward the field where somebody has left a glove out in right field.
So this must be the decision of the umpires and the security forces here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium to clear the bullpens and clear the benches and get everybody in a safer place. Torre and McSherry talking it over. I can't recall a game ever where so many separate instances of this has occurred.
In hockey, you see it, and I'm not knocking hockey, but in hockey, you see it all the time. In baseball, normally everybody runs out there, does their thing once, and that's it, and you're joking about it the next day. I don't think anybody will be joking about this tomorrow. I think there are a lot of very angry people.
Or in September.
Or in September. I hope by then cooler heads will have prevailed. Or what I really hope is it's such a close pennant race nobody can mess with. Because somebody is going to get hurt.
So we look in the San Diego dugout, see a few people down there. Deacon Jones is out in the on-deck circle with Terry Kennedy. John McSherry's umpiring crew has earned its salary this week. Kevin McReynolds coming out now. He will be on deck when Kennedy comes to the plate.
I bet they don't have to go to Cooperstown tomorrow, this umpiring crew. They need the day to rest.
The batter will be Terry Kennedy. Joe Torre will head back to the Atlanta dugout now. He'll have to go to the clubhouse because he's out of the game. And we'll try to find out if any more people have been ejected. Bob Gibson will, it appear, take over here. Joe Torre giving Gibson the lineup card. And Joe may be giving Bob a couple of other names to cross off that roster sheet.
Going to have a pinch runner for Nettles, so I guess he had that. I don't think the way he was running after his hit, he wasn't hurt, so he has been ejected, I would guess.
That's Mario Ramirez running for Nettles.
Mario Ramirez, number 12, is in
Now, we're not sure he was thrown out, but logic.
You can see the Braves dugout there. Nobody's in it except the coaches. The players have all gone back to the clubhouse except for those on the field. Now Jeff Dedman is going to head down to the Braves bullpen to warm up, so Louis Gomez will go back there to warm him up, and Joe Pignatano will also.
Look at John McSherry. He legally doesn't have any right to talk to Gene Garber, who hasn't done a thing wrong. And John is probably saying, look, Gene, you lead by 4 runs. It's not going to prove anything. Pitch. And I hope that advice is taken.
So we are about set to return to baseball.
Had we only known, we could have flown Jiggs McDonald in to help us with this.
It has been a wild afternoon. Eric Schau now going to work in the San Diego bullpen. Terry Kennedy will step in to hit. He's 0 for 3. Garber making his 42nd appearance. He's 1-2 with 4 saves, 3.36 earned run average. Ramirez is the runner at first for Nettles. And it's 0-1 on Kennedy. Members of the Atlanta Police Department still perched atop both dugouts, along with other Braves security officers. 1-1. Atlanta with a 5-1 lead. We're in the top half of the 9th inning.
Eric Schau is going
Into right center field. Both outfielders broke the wrong way, and it drops in and gets by both outfielders. Heading for third is Ramirez. Down to second is Terry Kennedy. Both Claudell Washington and Dale Murphy broke back on that ball, then tried to come in on it. It bounced first past Claudell, then past Murphy, and it's a double for Kennedy.
It wasn't hit well at all, but it sounded better than it was. He hit it right on the end of the bat, and that makes a big, loud crack, and both guys thought it was really tagged. And as a result, it falls in between, and you can't run around on that goop out there anyway, so all of a sudden, we got the ball game to worry about, not the extracurricular activity.
The batter will be Kevin McReynolds, who's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to third, fly to right, bounce to the pitcher. Carmelo Martinez, who went into left field to replace Bobby Brown, who was ejected, is on deck. High in the air, deep center field. Murphy going back. He'll have a play on it. That's the first out of the inning. Tagging from third and scoring is Ramirez. Over to third goes Kennedy. It's 5-2. McReynolds drives in his 64th run of the year. Now Carmelo Martinez batting for the first time. He's hitting .249 for the year, 12 homers, 54 runs driven in. One man out in the 9th inning.
press officially both benches and bullpens have been cleared, except qualifiers needed for the game.
Okay, we get word now that the umpiring crew did indeed clear the benches and the bullpens, except for the players in the game and those who may be warming up to perhaps come into the ball game. Everybody else has been ordered back to the clubhouse.
Let's see. Dick Williams, Torrey. What other coaches got the axe here?
Ozzie Virgil, Jack Kroll.
That's right.
Count is 2-1 on Martinez. Mailer, Bedrock, and Perry for Atlanta.
I got a total of 14 people so far.
Brown, Summers, and all those pitchers for San Diego. Whitson, Lefferts.
9 for them, 5 for us. I'm going to go check and see if there's any else.
3-1 now on Carmelo Martinez. Gary Templeton on deck. Booker, another pitcher, ejected from the game along with the Braves' Donnie Moore. High in the air to left field, fairly deep. Back goes Rufino Linares on the warning track. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Terry Kennedy, and that makes it 5-3. Give Martinez an RBI on a sacrifice fly, his 55th of the season. And it's all up to Gary Templeton. 1 run in this inning is charged to Donnie Moore. 1 run is charged to Gene Garber. Templeton 2 for 3. Deep left center field. Murphy on the run. He makes the diving catch to end the ball game, and the Braves have won a wild one here by a final score of 5-3. That gets it back to a 9.5-game San Diego lead in an afternoon of baseball and extracurricular activities that won't soon be forgotten. The Braves heading back for their clubhouse. The Padres heading back for theirs. Final score, Braves 5, San Diego 3, and we'll be back with the totals right after this.